Good evening and welcome to a new season of Sword of the Stars. This is your host, Wolf and Ray. We've been at a defensive war since turn 31. Finally ended at turn 470 with the Sleepless. They finally chose to ceasefire with us. Now, how long will the ceasefire last? I don't know. It's lasted 9 turns. You may notice that there is a new species. And that new species is the Devoted. So, you may think that these things are like dog-like things. I don't know what they are. They're dog-like things. They're called the Suul'Ka in the encyclopedia. They're the Suul'Ka. And apparently, some of them joined with the whales. But this is their own faction, and they're kind of like space hyenas or some weirdo marmot or something like that. I don't know. I've decommissioned most of my ships, right? Most of them were old, so like the ships that I can retrofit, I retrofit, and the ships that I can't retrofit, I just kind of scrap, because it's just better to build new ships that are actually good rather than worrying about, okay, this ship or because we don't need these ships in wartime anymore. So it's just better to just kind of put them through the bin and recycle them now. So like in the next war, might be having dreadnoughts, because here we are, and we're almost done with our heavy platforms. Now we may have to search another technology called dreadnoughts, but we're making some righteous money right now, so I gotta say we're doing really, really, really good. So even though I've downgraded my ships, you can see clearly that I have 152 ships, and that's after seriously downgrading my ships. Now this is one of the reasons why the Sleepless wanted to make peace with me so bad, because for a spell there I was above 200 ships. I had like 202 ships, so I was just starting to pump out ships. I was just pumping them out. And so like the older ships I wasn't even using anymore. I'm just really making some good money. I mean, look at it. I'm making 1,105,000. I've never made this much money. My expenses are only 483,000. Of course, my financial commitments is much higher than that, because I'm actually working on bases and stuff. But still, my, commitments are almost next to nothing. So I'm really rocking. This is really joyful to have these 9 turns of peace where I could finally do peaceful things. But, we're about ready to meet the Suul'Ka, and I'm going to tell you something. I expect that we're going to get there and they're going to want to fight. And that's going to be too bad, because this fleet that we have here, and who's he led by? Goliard Severa. Let's see, what's this guy? He's a 78-year-old dude. He has true grit to him. So he's an old guy. Born in Harvest. Oh, so he was born in Harvest. Nice. Now here's the sad thing about this, but since they are a far off place, I don't think that their cruisers are all that up to date. So we'll have to see. Yep, it looks like the Devoted chose to fight. They have a construction fleet here, and they're upgrading their naval station. So they obviously they call one the Constructor. They have 2 Tyrannus, which are obviously logistics, and 1 Litigator, which is a command vessel. So they don't have much of a fleet either. However, I don't think I'm going to approach their planet at all. I'm just going to hang back. Okay, so we'll get away from their
coordinates locked.
We'll get away from their planet, because if they have a fleet and they want to come after us, I think it would just be best to just kind of hang out where they can't get us with their missiles.
You heard the man. Get the ship moving.
So, okay, I think I'm far enough away.
Aye, sir. Coming to new bearing.
And it's too bad that I don't really have anything that I can go up in there and maybe, you know, I'm certain at the moment I go in there. You know what? I'm just going to retreat. Let's just retreat. Let's see. How do I retreat? Here's retreat. Yeah, we'll just retreat. We don't have an attack force. But obviously, these people are going to be hostile. So here's what I'm thinking. Now that that we know that they're there, we could then build a fleet. Oh, yep. The devoted declare war on me. The devoted declare war on me. So that means that, you know, our first encounter with a new species, we had 10 turns of sweet, peaceful bliss. And the first thing that those devoted guys do when they meet me for the first time, and we peacefully retreat. I mean, we didn't even hurt them. We don't do anything to them. They sit there and declare war on us. Okay, well, let me tell you something, devoted people. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to make myself clear. We know war. The sovereignty of man knows how to conduct war. You might want to rethink about going to war with the sovereignty of man, because if there's one thing that the sovereignty of man learned in the 439 years of defensive war that we fought against the galaxy, is how to conduct ourselves in the event of war. Oh, there's a new carrier type that I ain't even built yet. Let's make the prototype design. We'll see what good it does.
We'll begin work on the prototype right away.
Yes, please do.
Eureka! We've got it!
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got heavy platforms. Now this is what they do. It allows the mounting and use of very large construction and processing equipment on orbital platforms. Increases the protection output of all planets. See, now, because I've been putting all this research into engineering, this is why I had 205 ships. It's that it's really cheap for me to build my ships, and I can pump ships out like nobody's business. I think I can actually produce ships faster than any other person I've encountered. Dreadnought construction. Yes! This is what we've been waiting for. The creation and facilities and machines that allow the construction of the Dreadnought class ships. These ships are approximately 3 times larger than cruisers and pack devastating firepower. And I think that's
Yes, Director. We'll start right away.
Yeah, please do start right away. Don't even delay on that. As a matter of fact, maybe we can boost research. Okay, let's see. Let's give it... Oh, if we give it $32,000, we could probably boost it up down to 94 turns. Let's do that. I really like that. And of course, you know, those people in Venus, they... I swear, Venus is like the Wild West of my empire. It really is. I'm gonna go with next turn. Oh, hey, we're dropping down a little bit. Looks like we're kind of heading towards a cooperative kind of government. But we're still centrist. But we're kind of headed towards an anarchy kind of cooperative government. So I guess peacetime is making all of my people turn into a bunch of hippies. Well, you know, this is the time for peace and love. I mean, after 431 years of war, 439 years of war, you know, it's about time we got a generation of peace and love hippies. Okay, Kruger 60 has come back, so we know what you guys are going to do. Who's the commander of the new Kruger 60? It used to be this guy named Dmitry Nyasmith, but now we have this guy named Cato Bering, and he's like some sort of true believer scion, born on Earth. He's a young buck, dude. Young guy. Well, this is his first year of being admiral, so okay. Guess you can't beat that. Tumen 1. It's only going to cost us 535. Yeah, we're going to colonize
We'll get
that.
these people settled, sir.
Yes, please do, Cato. You're the man, because if we get that place over in Tumen, that opens up some real possibilities. What we'll do is we'll stick a fleet there. That'll kind of keep the peace, you know, peace through deterrence. Because just in case those whales start to get a little frisky again, we'll have that base there that can, you know, reach out and touch them. That'll kind of hopefully make them change their mind a little bit if they want to get a little frisky. We got a new station here at Earth, and it's now a merchanter. So, you know, now that we are peaceful, we're starting to kind of go into a more liberal type of a situation where we just like want to, you know, spread our wings a little bit. Oh, finally. We got the new sheriff came into town in Venus. Took care of the situation that was going on there for the last decade. Those guys, that's just the place, you know, I call Venus like the Galactic Fight Club. I see we have somebody coming into Alpha Centauri and it looks like one of these Loa guys, and so I'm kind of concerned about that, because if it is the Loa and they want to fight, that's gonna put a big cramp in my style right now. But I do have ships, so if they do decide that they want to fight, I have a whole lot of ships in reserve sitting right there at Suul. We could then, you know, maybe pull something together. So I'm just gonna trust that they don't want to fight right now.
Our colonists have made planetfall, Director.
All right, a new planet. A new planet. What are we gonna call this new planet? We should call this new planet, no, you know what? I'm gonna call it Avatar. I like that better. We got ourselves a new colony. That's some sweet business going on there, and it's gonna start making us some money fast. And now this really helps us. I think putting a fleet there, building a fleet there is really gonna be important, because as you can see, it's way forward, and it gives us like first-hand view of any movement that the Sleepless are doing. So right now we're at 90 turns. Whoops, we can't do that. We can boost it up down to 88, 86. Let's go 85. 85 turns. Let's see if we can't knock that down to 85 turns. Okay, let's see if we can't do that. What's this? I had a research accident loss. No. Well, still less than... Oh my gosh. No. Okay, so we just don't boost it up that high. Let's just boost it up by 3%. Oh my gosh. Okay, we can boost it up like that. Let's try that. And if that doesn't work, then we won't try to boost it anymore. That's just some BS. I gotta tell you right now. We gave them more money and they wasted it on women and wine and song. I guess can't say women. I'll just say debauchery. They just did some debauchery. Those scientists just... That's what happens when you give a person a bonus and they didn't deserve it, apparently. So this is the new Harvest Moon fleet. We have our mighty command vessel here. We got some our pickets and our F torpedoes over there. Over here we've got our army cruisers. I believe we have both our army cruisers. this one's an Army cruiser, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. Okay. And then over there, over here, we have our logistics and engineering. So this fleet looks like it's a pretty good fleet. I wonder who the captain is. Our captain is Desiree Aerosmith. See what you're all about, Desiree Aerosmith. True grit defender, you're young. First year as an admiral. So, I gotta say, this fleet's looking pretty promising. This is a pretty good looking fleet, if you ask me. I think we're gonna go and tear it up over in the devoted town. So let's go and see if we can't get ourselves into a little trouble here. Like, invade those guys. They're the ones.
Mission accepted, Director. We will invade.
Good. They're the ones who declared war on us, and we, the Sovereignty Navy, knows war. So it looks like some slavers came up out of an asteroid field and are headed towards Eden. A big old white star right there. Oh. See, right now I got the UI. So, I wonder what Eden has, if Eden's going to be able to repel this on its own. I see that they got sniper shots. Here they are. So it looks like some slavers came up out of the asteroid field from that devoted planet that you see that we're headed off to right now. This is their response to our, coming for them. They're going to try to take slaves. Well, I think in getting rid of those guys is the best thing we can ever do.
Incoming assault shuttles!
I know those assault shuttles are coming. Now these guys kind of run up into the planet. Ooh, looks like he took quite a hit, this guy did. Right up under the thing. His name is the Slaver Wrath Abductor 12.
Enemy shuttle on attack run!
I wonder if these are shuttles too. Yeah, they are.
Planetary command here. Someone stop these damned assault shuttles!
We don't got nothing that can stop assault shuttles.
Enemy shuttle on attack run!
We just gotta try to
Someone
blow them
stop
up,
these
you
damned
know?
assault shuttles!
Okay, so those guys are gonna get away.
Enemy shuttle on attack run!
So those guys are gonna take off with some slaves.
Planetary command here. Someone stop these damned assault shuttles!
Well,
Enemy shuttle on attack run!
see, now that guy is sitting there saying, somebody stop these damned assault shuttles.
Planetary command here. Someone stop these damned assault shuttles!
But why
Enemy
can't
shuttle on attack run!
you stop those shuttles? I mean, rather than ordering somebody else to do it, why don't you be proactive and do it?
Planetary command here. Someone stop these damned assault shuttles!
Yeah, never gonna figure it out. So it looks like the slaver raid really was rather successful. What's the name of this here? Does it even say? Yeah, he's pulling away. There it is. Slaver Scavenger 4. We better get used to seeing these kind of ships, because this is going to be the kind of ship that we're going to be seeing a lot of if we're going to be fighting the Devoted. Now, I don't think that this Devoted war is going to last very long, because we only got their one planet. None of their system is in reach of us. So I don't think that I'm too worried about these guys. I think once I get rid of their planet, then I'll probably clear up the slaving problem here. Alright, looks like we just gotta wait until timer runs out on this one. We got a minute left. they took quite a few slaves from Eden. That's tough. Our missiles have a really long range too. Well, once they get past the asteroid belt, they're pretty much scot-free. Alright, here comes the main event. It looks like we have... Here, let me get a nice view. It looks like we have the drop on the Devoted. They have no fleet there at L82019. And we have Mr. Desiree Aerosmith coming in. I'm thinking this is going to go pretty good for us. Let's begin. Once we take out his planetary missiles, then we can go in with our ships and clean up the area around it. So we just got to see just how good his planetary defenses are. Do we encounter airplanes? I'm not quite sure. That might be something that we should just check out. Let's send our airplanes out right now. Now that I've launched my fighter planes, that if he does have like defense hangars or something, then I should be able to intercept him pretty good. I don't see him being able to shoot down my fighter planes. He doesn't look like he's got much in the way of point defense because we're just flying right past this station. As you can see right here, we're just kind of, you know, he's just kind of letting us stroll right on in. I don't think these guys were prepared for war at all, man. I seriously don't. Well, what's this? What are those? Are those fighters of his? They must be. But apparently they don't know how to shoot. So they don't know how to shoot. I can't help you there, son. You know, you don't know how to shoot. What can I do? I don't want to really approach this planet until I've wiped it out a little bit. Because, you know, those planetary missile barrages can be quite devastating, especially since I'm not really quite sure how the Devoted perceive their methods of war. I mean, you know, I'm not sure what kind of instruments that they like to use to conduct war. This is all kind of pretty fresh. It looks like that their fighter planes don't know how to shoot. They got fighters, I mean, that's clear. We didn't do too much damage to that planet, so obviously it's well constructed. It's been there a long time, so only thing we can do is we just stay in this super high orbit, you know. I mean, you can see our fighter planes coming up underneath, right? They're coming in for a second launch. So hopefully we can get another launch out, we can kind of clean it up, and then maybe next turn we do a little bit more. Now remember, the old Esmeralda used to be a... what was it? It wasn't a picket cruiser. I think it might have been like a logistics cruiser. I don't know. But I do know that we have the new Esmeralda here, and it's now a picket cruiser, and it looks really nice.
Hi, sir.
Let's see what we got up under here. Okay, it does look like it's got a picture of Betty Boop down there, or a Betty Boop. I watched an old Betty Boop movie a while back, a show, and it turns out that Betty Boop was a single mother back in the 1920s. Oh, here comes a couple of missiles. These things are a joke, man. Their planetary missiles can't even penetrate our shields. This is sad. Why did these guys ever decide to want to go to war with us? We're the most...
Confirmed. Enemy colony destroyed, sir.
We're the most battle-hardened.
Taking enemy fire. Target data received.
Okay, we're the most battle-hardened. Oh! That's why they... See, their fighter craft doesn't even shoot at at our fighters. Okay, so we're on board a starfighter. We're gonna just kind of watch the show from the starfighter because I always like that. Now, the advantage of their starfighter, our starfighters, over their starfighters is that while their starfighters are geared at shooting at our capital ships, and their guns really can't even penetrate our ships' shields, our starfighters can actually shoot at their starfighters. So they're at double advantage because we also have the beamers.
We've been taken.
Now this pilot here, now these starfighters aren't ones with the beamers. I kind of made a mistake one. And these are the starfighters that have like the blast beamers. Looks like they flew back to their base. Oh, here we go. He launched a couple of shells. Not our guy, but our wingman down there. Get my cursor out of the way. Oh, he shot at us with the bullet. Oh my god. This is such a joke. Oh my god. I've never even been in a battle. This so lopsided. I mean, always in the battles that I've been in, it's always been like life or death, right? This here battle is a joke.
Taking enemy fire.
Oh my gosh. This feels so good, I gotta say. I don't think we'll be leaving any ships. You know, the Esmeralda's a pretty good ship. And, you know, all we have to do is see that starbase up there in the distance. We just gotta blow it up. And as you can see, we're just decimating their fighters. So they're launching all of their fighters at us. But pretty quick we'll be in range of the base, which I think we are right now. It looks like that's the red over there with the purple lasers. Let's open it up again. On them. Oh, there's our FUF torpedoes. So we learned that one from Blair. So it looks like the devoted are kind of getting a lesson as to what warfare really is. Because they really only got one weapon, and that's a bullet. They shoot a single. That's like the only weapon I've seen that they don't have any missiles. They don't have any point defense. They don't have any shields. They don't have any armor. They don't have any torpedoes. Oh my gosh. They don't have anything. All they got is the big old bullseye that they might as well just paste on their back and say shoot you. Because that's pretty much all they are. There goes another, there goes two more of their fighters. There's another fighter getting shot at. We're launching in some more torpedoes. Let's get a bigger view because I think this is kind of a glorious scene. Oh my gosh. This is like the training exercise. I would call this more of a police action. Because, you know, I mean, look at, they can't even intercept my photon torpedoes or my fusion torpedoes. Oh, that's the end of that. Well, I guess you gotta learn the hard way, I suppose. They are in no position to be giving me demands. These hillbilly varmints from the backwoods of the galaxy have absolutely nothing to stand up against me with. The sovereignty is a war-hardened empire, and because of that, you know, we're way out of their league when it comes to terms of warfare, as Lord Admiral Desiree Aerosmith has quite clearly proven, yet they still seem to think that they're in a position to be giving us demands. So I'm ending the episode here with this siege of their planet, their system. We took it out. I'm thinking we're going to try to colonize it and fortify it, and then we're going to push into their home system, even if we have to slow boat over there, and try to knock these guys out of the war, because they're a complete joke. And clearly they're taking the same line as every other species we've met in the galaxy, and you know that the sovereignty does not have any respect for new species. We find a new species, first thing they do, declare war. Okay, guys, obviously they're just a cult. I mean, obviously their whole entire society is based on some sort of cult, because they call themselves the devoted. They're devoted to what? I mean, it's like a bunch of guys, and they're dressed up in their oh, we're dark and evil and insidious, you know, but in fact they got a paper navy. You know, it has no real merit at all. So I'm ending the episode here, and you know, I'm gonna let you guys know that I have a Patreon account. I've been looking for patrons, you know, to help me produce more of these things, get, you know, more equipment, maybe actually start doing this full time, you know, rather than day job. But for right now, just, you know, just to kind of help me out getting a new equipment and maybe getting a studio, so I can, you know, right now I'm just kind of doing this in my bedroom. And I also have a forums back on Kerberos, which is back online, and it's called New YouTube Campaign. If you want to go into that forum and discuss about what's going on here, you know, I mean, we're about ready to have dreadnoughts, and I don't know what these guys are going to do once we have a dreadnought, because I just feel like maybe I should just pull out the dreadnought and take it through some trials on these guys. I mean, they can't even stand up against our cruiser. They don't even have anything more than a bullet. So what are they gonna do against a dreadnought? That's gonna be completely hilarious. It's gonna be like Duck Hunt. Oh well, enough of that. I do have another forum on Steam, and it sounds like the last comment, a guy says that, you know, watching this made him feel like reinstalling the game and playing it again, and I am so happy to hear that. That means that I'm doing a good job here. You know, if I inspire you to play this game, and I would recommend that, you know, if you haven't played this game for a while, I have the physical copy. But if you don't have physical copy, or if you do, why don't you reinstall this game and just give it a try? I mean, there's a lot of things that may be missing in it, but there's a lot of things that are really good about it too. As you can see, I'm having a lot of fun making this series. And did I mention the other two? So, okay, I also have other shows on my channel, like, I won't mention them here, but why don't you give them a look? And I'm also making playlists, like, you know, okay, some of my older stuff, which, you know, is really bad because I really didn't know what I was doing, but it does give, like, when I watched it again, it gave me a feeling of nostalgia. So if you want to see how far I've come from where I've began, you know, you could, you know, why don't you take a watch of some of my, like, early episodes, and then, you know, we can see maybe where this goes in the future. Anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and until next time on Sword of the Stars, I'm going to say bye-bye.